Greetings, Crusaders. It is I, Marshall Beaumont, coming at you once again. And today, okay, now this might look familiar to you. You might all remember this is the cover art for a video I made back in December, proudly and loudly declaring that the female Custodes were dead. They were decanonized. They were gone from Warhammer. And it was a tumultuous time. Let's be real here. There was lots of drama back and forth, etc., etc. But we're going to need to go back into it again today. Now, to start, we are going to do a retread of the series of events that caused all this. So the kickoff was the discovery that the ultimate guide for Warhammer 40,000 used very specific masculine male language, male pronouns to describe the Adeptus Custodes in a singular sense. No theys, no thems, no she's. It was all him upon his. A very specific language here, that says a custodian in the royal sense, when you think of a custodian, is a male, a man. This was backed up by the fact that the explicit rewording of the Brotherhood of Demigods for Custodes in the 10th edition Codex, which had become Gathering of Demigods, very specifically using gender-neutral language. They were now referring to as brotherhoods again. Again, masculine language. And no, you can cope all you want saying brotherhood is a gender-neutral term. It's not. But, still. This, of course, elicited, the usual woke lefty crowd, all of whom are hiding on Blue Sky to get their little hug box in, including Gav Thorpe, who has one of the authors of the Ultimate Guide, who abandoned Twitter for Blue Sky. And he was asked about the Ultimate Guide and whether it, decanonized female Custodes, to which Gav Thorpe says, regarding whether they're canon or not, yes, of course they are, as in they are still canon. Not every miniature is included, and I don't recall exactly, but we may have already finished that section when the series / miniature went public. DK, that was the company that published the guide for Games Workshop with their blessing, didn't have access to the pre-release pics. So he has a direct implication here that there were miniatures for female Custodes that went public afterwards. So I asked the simple question, what miniatures? There are no female Custodes miniatures that have ever been released. They physically do not exist. Now, again, what we're just going to, so we can boil this down for people who have, either have trouble reading or don't understand English. He was very specific in his wording. He said, miniatures. There are miniatures. Went public. They have been released and revealed. So, where are these miniatures? I believe that is a fair question to ask. Gav Thorpe's response to me was, of course, not to actually answer or provide examples. It was to block me on Blue Sky. So, yeah. That does not do his argument any favors that these miniatures supposedly exist. It also doesn't help that Gav Thorpe himself has not worked at Games Workshop for the better part of 20 years. It's like, I think it's something like 17, 18 years? Because he quit the company in 2008 and currently only works for them as a commissioned writer. He is not an actual employee of the company. He just makes novels on tap. He is not, part of the company anymore and hasn't been for almost 20 years. So, it was a fair question to ask, where are the minis, Gav? You said they exist. Where are they? That is a fair question to ask. But now, this is where we come back onto this topic after, going on, what is it now, 5-6 months almost since this topic happened and all the drama happened. And what this brings up is a statement by one Crypto Miniatures on Twitter, who I also brought up in a video response to my original one. Crypto Miniatures said straight up that he had insider information that Horus Heresy, 3rd edition, was coming out in June. Horus Heresy 3.0, as he refers it to. He said that he had the insider info and that this was going to happen in June. And then he reported to leak the insider info showing that there would be a female Custodes Tribune in a complete range refresh for the Adeptus Custodes as the launch box for Horus Heresy 3.0. He would not confirm this or confirm the authenticity in any way, shape, or form. Just a cryptic "see you in 8 months." Never mind that June is not 8 months after December, so that automatically throws it into, question. But this brings up a valuable point that, now with the power of hindsight, we can ask, Adepticon has come and gone. If they were going to show off Horus Heresy 3.0, a new edition of Horus Heresy, it would have been an Adepticon. That is the last chance before June for them to make a major new edition announcement. So, yeah, that's kind of the situation we're in right now. There's no announcement. There's no reveal. There has been no news on a new Horus Heresy, a new Adeptus Custodes range refresh. I mean, we're sitting on Grey Knights getting an update in, their update in 10th edition 40k with no range refresh. I think it's pretty safe to say Custodes are not going to get a refresh, especially since their model line is younger than the Grey Knights by a significant margin. Their models came out, toward the end of was it the end of 7th edition, I think? I don't exactly remember, but it was in 7th edition, middle or late, at the latest. So, yeah. Where's the announcement? Where's the announcement for a new Horus Heresy? Where are the female Custodes minis you promised? And more importantly, and this is something I called out back in, one of my 2 follow-up videos to this, the right-wing grift accounts, your Endymions, your what's his name? Commissar Gamzas, Arch Warhammer. Arch, I love you, buddy, but you jumped on this too. That Park Place, Fandom Wire, all, these right-wing grift accounts, and Arch, I will not include you in the right-wing grift accounts, and Arch, all jumped on this information and said, oh, that's it. They're still canon. They're getting new minis. We lost, guys. Well, again, Adepticon has come and gone. Where are the minis? Where is the announcement? Where is Horus Heresy 3.0 that was supposedly coming, that you all said was going to come and show the Adeptus Custodes refresh with female Custodes? You all reported on this as fact. Adepticon has come and gone. Where is it? And in fact, Crypto Miniatures, I challenge you personally to show me your information. Prove me wrong. Prove my position wrong. I want you to. I want you to prove me wrong. Because I will eat humble pie if you prove me wrong with the receipts showing it's going to happen. Because you apparently have the power. But you choose not to use it because, personally, I think you don't have anything but some schizo shit you came up with to try and, look like, like you were dunking on the chuds. So, yeah. I, Marshall Bohemond, I declare the female Custodes are still not canon. They are still dead. And they're going to remain dead until such time as somebody can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt they will ever get miniatures. So, until that day comes and goes, to which I doubt it will come at all, this is Marshall Bohemond, and I hope y'all have a good evening. Female Custodes are still dead, and yeah, take care, everyone. Later.